It may soon be a felony for any Alabama employer to require their employees to be microchipped. Yes, you heard that correctly.
And believe it or not, it is happening in some companies. NBC 15's Ashley Knight tells us which ones and why the idea is being met with resistance.
It's an emerging trend, companies microchipping their employees. The idea is very tech forward, allowing employees to act as a human key card to open office doors, log into work computers, even purchase things from the vending machine. It can even serve as security, ensuring such credentials could never be stolen and used for malicious purposes. Three Square Market, a tech company based in Wisconsin and popular for self-checkout devices, chipped 100 of their employees in 2017. Two other tech companies, Epicenter and Biotech, both based in Sweden, have also chipped at least 150 employees and individuals since 2015. A bill that would make it a felony, however, is being introduced by 3 Alabama state Democrats. The language would prevent both private and public operations from mandating the devices. The lawmakers say the ethical and constitutional implications of technology must be considered. Right now, such bans currently exist in several states, including Indiana and California. Alabama Representative Prince Chestnut says he is unaware of any businesses currently mandating microchips, but he argues it is lawmakers' jobs to be presumptive. In Mobile, Ashley Knight, NBC 15 News.
NBC 15.
Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and salutations to those of the hopeful elect. All right. So, as you can see in the video, all right, that was just playing. Okay. You pretty much had a news clip, you know, and this is recent. This was a recent news clip, all right, that was in February the 14th of 2023, all right, and that was pretty much covering, all right, a new trend, okay, that's what they said, an emerging trend, okay, and that was covering, you know, the trend of companies, you know, microplanting their employees, okay, and pretty much they were saying that, I believe it was the state of Alabama, all right, the state of Alabama pretty much was, you know, introducing, you know, a bill, okay, where, you know, the mandate of the C-hip or the implant, it can't be mandated, okay? Now, I never said that they was going to ban the implant at all right? Keep in mind that they didn't say they was going to ban it. They just said that there was going to be a bill to stop it from being a mandatory thing, okay? And they made a statement in that news clip where it said that the reason why this technology, or they said this technology is being met with resistance, okay? And pretty much we understand that that's a controlled resistance, all right? This is Esau, Edom rolling it out, okay? And that's the reason why the title of this lesson is 2024 will be a big year for the MOTB, all right? You know, these states, all right, making laws to where they can't make it a mandatory thing, all right? But they also said that this thing is an emerging trend. And when you look into the word trend, it says a general direction in which something is developing or changing. Okay? So the market world is developing a new system. All right? And that's why they're saying this technology is cutting edge, so to speak. All right? This is the latest technology, all right, that's being implemented. All right? And here come Esau with the, trying to put the false resistance. Oh, well, we're going to make it to where you can't make it a mandatory thing. Okay? Because they're seeing that this is an emerging trend. This is what the market world is changing into. Okay? And they went on to list these different companies, in America, or the 3 Square Market. They mentioned that. They mentioned Sweden, and how hundreds and hundreds of people that are employees and non-employees have been, implanted. Okay. And, hey man, the year 2024, expect Esau Edom to roll this thing out, man. Because again, it says that they was going to do, a bill, or they was going to introduce a bill to ban it from being a mandatory thing. So let's say you work for a company, okay? And the company, all of a sudden they said, we're adopting this new technology, all right? Well, the bill is going to give you a false sense of choice. You're going to be able to pretty much refuse, getting the subdermal device, all right? And the company is not going to be able to fire you for it, okay? Now, this is a temporary thing, because we understand prophecy, all right? But the reason why this is met with a false resistance is because Esau is getting ready to roll it out on a mass scale, and it's going to be fashioned like this is the newest trend. All the companies are adopting this new technology, and you're going to have people that are willingly going to be utilizing the MOTB, which is the subdermal device. Okay. So, eventually that mandate is not going to stand. Eventually they're going to make it a mandatory thing. All right. But as of right now, just so, they can quell, the public backlash from this technology, they're going to say that, they're putting in different, bills to where this technology is not going to be a mandatory thing. All right. So again, if a company rolls out this technology, all right, and you refuse it, that means they're not going to be able to fire you. All right. They're not going to be able to say, oh, well, since you don't want to get this new technology that the company is adopting, all right, you can't work here no more. All right. So what that means in the near future, brothers, and sisters that are in the truth that work, you may be working alongside with somebody with a micro C-hip inside of them. Okay. That's how close this thing is going to be. All right. Now it's going to come a point where, it's going to be mandatory. All right. Because as we know, this is the year 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right. And as things begin to get worse, that eventually Esau Edom is going to make this thing a mandatory thing. All right, they're not gonna play around with it. All right, they're gonna say it's either you take it or you get put to death, or you're a enemy, to the country. All right, or you're gonna have to be in a rehabilitation station. All right, and I have another article. All right, which is a recent article. All right, and Lord's will, I'm gonna read it and get some precepts. Lord's will, I put both of these, the news clip and the article, in the comment section, so you could check it out yourselves, But this is Med Gadget, all right, the website. And it's an article that was posted July 10th, 2023. And it says human micro C-hipping market to reach $2.75 billion by 2030. Comprehensive analysis at a CAGR of 7% says Coherent Market Insights. All right, so pretty much this is a emerging, which we know he's making it seem like this thing is just growing naturally, like it's just a trend. And this is Esau Edom. They've been planning this for years. All right, the elites, they've been planning this for years. All right, this is the main thing, the main catalyst that the NWO is standing on. This is the biggest feat that Esau Edom seeks to accomplish, is putting a subdermal device in every single person in the world. Okay, and it seems like Yahweh Shema Washai is putting the spirit on these elites to do it sooner rather than later. Okay, so let me read there's some interesting things in his article. So it says the global human micro C-hipping market size was valued at 1.7 billion in 2023, and it is expected to reach 2.75 billion by 2030. All right, so they expect this thing pretty much to continue to rise in popularity and growth. All right, and you have companies buying up other companies. Okay, because they're planning on doing a major revamp to the infrastructure. Okay, like that company 3 Square Market, which they was implanting their employees. That company is big on creating kiosks and different forms of that technology for stores. All right, like you have the self-checkout. All right, or you have the cashless checkouts, the things like that concern buying and selling. All right, that's what these companies that are behind the C-hip, these companies are getting bought out by bigger companies. All right, because they're getting ready to mass produce these things, man. All right, there's going to be a 4th industrial revolution. Okay, and Esau Edom is going to make it seem like, oh, this is just a free-forming trend. Like this is what, Esau, they're forcing this thing. All right, and they're getting people behind it. They're funding this thing to make it happen. So I'm gonna continue to read. It says, It says the market is primarily attributed to the rising demand for human C-hipping in the healthcare and animal identification sectors. The advancement of human C-hipping technology has introduced the concept of implanting C-hips in integrated circuits beneath the skin, typically in the space between the thumb and the forefinger. These C-hips offer a wide range of functionalities, including identification, all right, which is another reason why eventually is going to make this a mandatory thing, because, you know, they're going to cause people to have a new social security. And it's not going to be a social security card. It's going to be directly linked to that device. All right, the serial number. Okay, that 666. Okay, so I'm going to continue to read. It says, these C-hips offer a wide range of functionalities, including identification, contactless payments, and there you go, you know, with prophecy, you know, the buying and selling, as it says in Revelations 13:16. It says, in various other applications. It's let me jump down. It says competitive analysis. Know your current market situation. Not only an important element for new products, but also for current products, given the ever-changing market dynamics. All right, the new trends. It says the study allows marketers to stay in touch with current consumer trends and segments where they can face a rapid market share drop. All right, let me jump down, Salakia, because it's going to go. There's more information concerning the C-hip. All right, it says scope of the report of human C-hipping. It says the title, segments, and subsection of the market below. It says by application. So they're telling you what applications that this technology can do. It says medical, identification, and monitoring. All right. So your medical information is going to be stored within that subdermal device. All right. If you got diabetes, if you got cancer, if you got HIV, you know, if you got, hepatitis. All right. If you got anything, or if you have a healthy record, all that stuff is going to be, recorded or documented on the C-hip. It says personal identification and access control. So your new ID is not going to be on the form of a card. It's going to be on the form, of within a device. All right. Because Esau wants to connect everybody to the Internet of Things. Okay. And again, your social security is going to be connected to it as well. All right. It says financial transactions. There goes the buying and selling. All right. Because pretty much what you're able to do with your phone, that was a prelude to what they're going to do when they want this thing to be implanted in people's hands and their foreheads. Okay. So it says by type, implantable C-hips. It says by technology, radio frequency identification, near field communication. All right. Let me see. So now it's telling you more benefits that they're saying that this technology can do. All right. It says continuous progress in C-hip technology, including miniaturization and increased functionality. And that's the reason why people, the mass majority of the world are going to be running to this technology, because it says increased functionality. It says has facilitated the development more sophisticated and versatile human C-hips. Human C-hips offered enhanced security. All right, so that's what they're going to be telling you, that nobody can steal any money from you or your personal information. It says, and convenience, and that's another thing, just the convenience. You know, oh, it's just a swipe away, swipe it, swipe in your hand, and it's all good. All right. It says, enabling seamless identification and contactless transactions, thus reducing reliance on traditional methods. So pretty much the traditional methods, which is physical money, physical cards, swiping, you putting, your card, the chip reader with the card, you putting it, and then, it's not working. All that technology is faulty on purpose. All right. But those things are traditional means now. All right. We're in the year 2024. Esau Edom is getting ready to introduce a new way to the people, which is going to lead them to destruction, man. It says, in Lord's will, I'm going to close it out, but I just want to make sure that, this information, I was able to bring it out and then get some precepts. Lord's will is edifying. All right. It says, thus reducing reliance on traditional methods. The desire for personalized and streamlined experience, such as personalized access control and tailored services, has driven the adoption of human C-hipping. Integration of human C-hips with the IoT ecosystem allows individuals to connect and interact with various devices and systems effortlessly. And that's how they want to continue to push it. Like it's the easiest thing. It's effortless, just, and a lot of people is going to fall for it. All right. Abaratazah, Yahweh Shema Shai, keeps us from the hour of temptation, man. So this a little bit more information. It says market trends. The acceptance and adoption of human C-hipping have been steadily increasing, with a growing number of individuals embracing the convenience and benefits offered by this technology. Human C-hipping is being explored for a broader range of applications beyond identification and payments, including healthcare monitoring, so they can monitor your heart rate in real time, no matter where you are on Earth. Location tracking, emergency response, and personal data management. So, old people, because the scriptures say both, that he causes everyone. So you're going to have old people that have that, that button where if they fall or something, they can push the button and then it'll alert somebody to come and help them. All right. Well, Esau, Edom, they're planning on using the C-hip. All right. And that's why, again, when all hell begins to break loose, Esau is going to make it seem like this is the knight in shining armor, so to speak. Like this is the C-hip is what's going to save the whole world. All right. So I'm going to continue to read. It says, in personal data management, it says, as human C-hipping becomes more widespread, ethical and privacy concerns regarding data security, consent, and potential abuse of the technology have emerged as significant considerations. Yeah, but Esau already has the damage control. He already got people, them passing bills and laws, all right, to make it seem like, they care, but really they don't care. All right. They make it seem, we're going to pass the bill so people don't have to take it if they don't want it. But that's just them softly rolling it in. Eventually, they're going to make it a mandatory thing, and it's going to be a life or death situation. All right, because it's going to be a collapse of a society while this technology is in place. All right, and the military is going to take authority in Babylon. All right, and they're the ones that's going to make people take it. Okay, so it says human C-hips can revolutionize the healthcare sector by enabling real-time monitoring and vital signs, medical history access, and accurate patient identification, leading to improved diagnosis and personalized treatment. The integration of C-hips with payment systems presents opportunities for seamless and secure contactless transactions, offering a convenient alternative to traditional payment methods. Human C-HIPs can enhance access control systems in various domains such as workplaces, residential complexes, and transportation by providing secure and personalized identification. This is the NWO. This is the new world order right here. C-HIPs can facilitate secure storage and management of personal data, reducing the reliance on external devices and ensuring individuals have control over their information. All right, this is coming, man. Again, you know, brothers in the truth, sisters in the truth, we may be working for a period of time next to people that have the C-HIP. All right, and you know, it may come a time where they make that thing mandatory. Then, you know, that's when, you know, like the elder Kazak in Mississippi, that's when, you know, we're going to quit our jobs. Okay. When they make that thing mandatory. It says this report lets you identify the opportunities in human C-HIP and market by means of region. So they're saying these regions, the C-HIP will thrive and benefit the most. It says North America, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Europe, Germany, UK, France, Italy, Russia, Turkey. Asia Pacific, China, Japan, Korea, India, Australia, and Southeast Asia. Indonesia, Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, Vietnam. South America, Brazil, etc. The Middle East and Africa, North Africa, and GCC countries. All right, so that's pretty much, you know, the whole article, you know, but, you know, the regions, that goes into prophecy. Okay. Let me get the book of Revelations. This is Revelation chapter 3 and 10. Revelations 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking. All right. And he's speaking, you know, concerning the elect. You know, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, meaning, you know, enduring unto the end, you know, maintaining and abounding in the faith of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay. The scriptures say the just shall live by faith. All right. And in the Apocrypha, the elect will be delivered by their works, you know, by faith and by the works whereby ye have believed. All right. So it's maintaining the faith and works. All right. Unto the end. All right. And by being faithful. All right. And keeping the word with patience goes into suffering. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So the MOTB is going to engulf the earth. And that's what Edom is getting ready to do. All right. Everything is already in place. And they're working, you know, their C-HIP is already developed. All right. Edom, he got with the top technical, you know, companies that produce, you know, this type of technology. They already got with those they already got with those companies, and the C-HIP is already developed. All right, they're getting ready to introduce it on all in every, you know, form, you know, such as they're going to start introducing it more, you know, in the workspace. They're going to start introducing it in the medical space. They're going to start introducing it in the financial, you know, stores, you know, area where you're buying and selling, you're purchasing things. All right. So they're going to sweep all these different aspects of the infrastructure. Okay, so it's going to be a temptation. All right, it's going to be heavy temptation on every side, because this is going to cause, all right, the hopeful elect to be cut off from access of the society. Okay, the everyday conveniences is going to be cut off. All right, going to your favorite restaurant, going to get supplies from the grocery store. All right, or let's say you have like a bodily injury, or you won't be able to go to the hospitals. All these different places are going to require the MOTB. Okay, so in that case, what do? All right, well, we have to apply faith, and we have to trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, it says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to keep the elect from the hour of temptation, meaning the Lord is going to take care of us in that day. All right, the Lord is going to provide for us in that day. All right, the Lord is going to perform miracles. All right, the Lord, he has to preserve his elect. It's written that the elect will be preserved. All right, and I'm looking at Sherman Williams van, and it shows the earth, and a bucket of red paint is being poured over the earth, and it says cover the earth. That's how the MOTB is going to cover the earth. All right, man, it's coming. All right, but Yahweh Shema Shai, he said he's going to protect his elect, man, those that believe in him in truth and sincerity, man. All right, so I looked up what Sherman means, or Sherman Williams. I looked up Sherman. Sherman goes back to the word shearman, which means a shearer of woolen garments, or a shearman. And a shearman, they use scissors, something that cuts. All right, and when you look up the word Williams, it goes into helmet of protection, or resolute protector. So I interpret it as Sherman Williams, or Sherman Williams, loosely translates to resolute protector from the shearman. All right, so it's kind of spiritual. The shearman has scissors, but it goes into the resolute protection, from being cut or cut into. All right, from the shearman. Shalom. It's coming. All right, but Yahweh Shema Shai, he said he's going to protect his elect, man, those that believe in him in truth and sincerity, man. All right, it says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. And when you go into the word try, it means to test. All right, so those that dwell upon the earth, every region is going to be, this system is going to be in place. All right, and the majority of the people of the earth are going to take the C-hip, man, just so things could continue business as usual, so to speak. All right, and things is going to be chaotic, but Esau Edom is going to try to put it in your mind, oh, this is the new norm. All right, seeing the military everywhere. Certain cities are just war. It's going to be outright war. People's going to be terrified. Then you're going to have other parts of the city of a Babylon where, the MOTB is going to be up and running and functioning. All right. So these things is coming to the whole world, man. And the elect is scattered around the whole world. So wherever the elect are in the earth, they're going to be experiencing the hour of temptation, but they're also going to be experiencing Yahweh Shema Shai taking care of them and delivering them in this time. Okay. Let me get another precept. This is Isaiah chapter 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day, which we're in those days now, that the remnant of Israel, which the remnant is the elect that's allotted to be delivered, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. So we're no longer going to stay upon him that smote them. Speaking of Esau, Edom, because Esau has smoted us. He put us in captivity, and we're being oppressed unto this day. All right, the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing, but it says, even to this day, we are yet in our captivity. So we're still in captivity. Esau, Edom is still smoting us continuously, but we're not going to stay upon him that smote him, meaning we're not going to rely upon Esau and his system, the grid. All right. We're not going to rely, on Esau's grocery stores, his restaurants. All right. Even then you won't even be able to, rent an apartment or buy a house or pay your mortgage if you already have one, or pay your rent, unless you have an MOTB, because they're only going to be accepting, the CBDCs, which that was in development. The central banking currencies. So if you're not dealing with that, you're going to be X'd out. You won't be able to live in a home. But Yahweh Shema Shai is going to make sure that we're sheltered. All right, that with Matthew the 6th chapter, it tell you that take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat and what ye shall put on. So the Lord is going to make sure that we good in that day. Abba Ratazah, we part of that number. It says, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. All right. So in the time where Esau is going to make this thing mandatory, that's when we're going to, fully, drop everything and just trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. Up until the point where we have no choice to just, all we got to do is, all we're going to be left to do is trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. And the Lord is going to pull through, man. All right. The Lord is going to have ample room in this time to start showing his power through miraculous forms of miracles, man. All right. Miraculous forms of deliverances, miraculous forms, of divine intervention. All right. And it's all because we're trusting in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. Because the Lord commanded us not to take the sea hip. Okay. Now Esau, they're trying to say, okay, this thing is not a mandatory thing. All right. Because this thing is about to get out of control. A lot of companies are going to adopt this new technology. So they're going to say at first, oh, this technology is spreading, but it's not a mandatory thing. You don't have to get it if you don't want to. But then we know how this devil works. Eventually, he's going to be like, all right, now everybody has to get it. Because that's his plan in the first place. All right. I'm going to start at Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. And the image of the beast is going into the philosophies. All right. The ideologies. All right. Which the New World Order, that's the ideology. All right. Because it consists, of Satanism. It consists of, transhumanism. Okay. which the MOTB, the subdermal device, that's transhumanism. All right. Once that's in somebody's body, they're no longer considered a human. They're considered a cyborg. You know. So that's you know, the ultimate form of spiritual idolatry. You know, spiritual adultery. Speaking of Israelites, because the Lord only commanded Israel not to take it. All right. The Lord don't care what these other nations do. They're going to fully accept it. But the Lord told our people not to take it, man. All right. Because the whole world is whoring after the beast, man. And after his image. Okay. That the philosophies, the ideologies. Okay. I'm going to continue to read. It says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Yeah, because they're going to demonize people that are not with this new world order system. All right, they're going to demonize people that's speaking against it. All right, and they're going to come after. All right, but Yahweh Shema Shai is going to lift up a standard for his elect, man. All right, the Lord, hey, there's going to be men in the earth with power, with spiritual power. All right, because everything is about to change, man. The whole dynamics of what's going on within the earth. All right. Hey, man, things is about to start moving around. All right. You know, I remember, I forgot which elder or what lesson I was listening to. It was a while back, but they say, hey, man, in Jacob's trouble, you don't know where you might end up. You might be in one place, but in Jacob's trouble, you might end up in a whole nother part of the state or the country, you know. And going into how we're going to be pilgrims in the earth. All right. So that's why, you know, the Spirit is going so hard, you know, to lock in, you know, and be alert and be on the ready, man. Because the scriptures say when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. So there's going to be a vibration of peace and safety that we're going to have to be on alert within, you know. Right, there's going to be a vibration. These people is going to be looking around like it's all good. That's when Yahweh Shema Shai is going to bring total chaos, man, total destruction. All right. And this is the year 2024, the hopeful year, you know, of Jacob's trouble, man. So it says that the image of the beast should not speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, which, you know, free and bond meaning people even in prison. They're going to be getting hipped up in them prisons, you know, and best believe Esau's going to capitalize on that technology in the prisons. You know, he's going to be capitalizing on that. Every person in the jail cell, they're able to monitor them, you know. So it says free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the number of the beast or the number of his name. All right, so you won't be able to buy or sell, which, you know, these other Israelite groups, IUIC, these other groups are real quiet about this, man. You know, these other groups, they're not speaking about this technology that's getting ready to revolutionize the whole world, man. All right. Because really, you know, Yahweh Shema Shai is not dealing with these other groups. The Lord didn't give them the mysteries. All right. But this is one of the biggest prophecies is when Esau makes it mandatory. All right. It's one of the biggest prophecies, and it's one of the last few prophecies. All right, because after the MOTB is mandatory, our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai will appear at any moment. Okay, in the midst of World War III, which that's also going to be taking place. All right, so the minds of people is going to be scattered. There's going to be so much things going on that everything is just going to fall apart. It's going to be the worst times in the history of mankind. All right. So I'm going to continue to read. Or actually, I want to get the word for it. Revelations 13 and 16, the word for it. M-A-R-K. You know, I got to be careful what I say, because Esau, he can just clip the video. So the word for M-A-R-K is charagma. And it goes into a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or on the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah. All right. And the scriptures say there are many anti-Messiahs. All right. Anybody and everybody that's against Yahweh Shema Shai is an anti-Messiah. They're against, Hamashiach. All right. They're against the truth. They're against Yahweh Shema Shai. So, people that get the MOTB, that's just solidifying them, as worshiping Satan, pretty much. All right. And the judgment for that is the thermonuclear missile, the thermonuclear hellfire. All right. That's the judgment for receiving the MOTB. Okay. It says the mark branded upon horses. It says thing carved. All right. Because you have, the syringe. Okay. And it carves into the skin. All right. You also have, Elon Musk producing the Neuralink. All right. And they're also getting ready to roll out robots, and trying to integrate, humanoid robots within people's households. Okay. You pretty much is letting Satan in your house. Well, the TV is already that media. All right. But Esau Edom, he's getting ready to roll out all kind of stuff. Okay. So going back, it says a thing carved. Now, when you go into the root word charagma, it goes back to charax, which means sharpened to a point, a pale or stake or a palisade. That's going into the what they use to inject the MOTB. Again, the syringe. All right. And then when you go into, the root word of the word charax, it goes back to grapho, to write, with reference to the form of the letters. All right. It says to write, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down a record. So that device is going to have things written down about you, a record. Okay, which in those articles, they were saying that that's everything that this device was doing. All right, having all your records about you. All right. This is the greatest temptation that's coming to the earth, man. All right. And we're getting ready. That's going to be the fear of Yahweh Shema Shai, seeing, and it's also going to put fear on you, but also it's going to put joy. All right. Because we look for the prophecies to come to pass. All right. But also the fear, seeing that, hey, man, the Lord is really bringing these things to pass, man. All right. A lot of judgment is getting ready to take place in this time, man. All right. And we pray that we're part of that number, man, to be delivered. Okay. So, Lord's will, I'll get a few precepts and I'll begin to close it out. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time, Michael shall stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. All right. So the Lord is going to stand up for us, because Yahweh Shema Shai understands what's going on in the earth, man. The Lord is the one that's bringing the calamities, the destruction. All right. The Lord is the one that's tempting everybody through Esau Edom. All right. It tell you that Esau was blessed with the sword, and Esau is going to take peace from the earth. All right. So the Lord understands what's going to take place, and Yahweh Shema Shai already has algorithms, angels in place, to intervene. All right. All in favor of the elect. Now, us speaking of the hopeful elect, we're going to be tried. We're going to be tested. All right. But Lord's will, we part of that number. Yahweh Shema Shai is not going to put anything on us that we can't handle. All right. And when the elect pass those tests, the Lord is going to be right there to deliver them. OK, you know, we might not go, you know, we might not have food for a couple days. You know, we might be casted into prison for refusing the MOTB. All right. Well, the scriptures say that some of us may be put to death. All right. But even in then, all right, you know, if you perish or you so-called or you die in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shema Shai, then even in then there is a reward. Okay. Even then there is a reward. All right. So either way, Yahweh Shema Shai got his elect, man. All right. And we pray and we hope, you know, and we give diligence, you know, to make our calling and election sure. So I'm going to continue to read. It says, the great prince withstandeth for the children of thy people. And there, it says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So there's going to be a time of trouble, man. All right. And this time of trouble is going to be worse than all the times of trouble in history. All right. Any situation that you could think of, or any event that happened in history, what's finna happen in the times we're in now is going to be greater than those times. All right. It says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So, you know, there is, you know, men, women, and children that's allotted to be delivered within these times. All right. So that's why Yahweh Shema Shai said, fear not, I will help thee, that worm Jacob. All right. Because the Lord, again, he has each member of the elect story planned out. All right. The trials and the deliverances. All right. Is this speaking of the hopeful elect? We just have to go through it. All right. And eventually the final deliverance is going to take place when Yahweh Shai returns and delivers the elect to get beamed up into a chariot. All right. And then that's when the missiles from World War III is going to touch down upon America, other parts of the earth, man. But mainly Babylon the Great. All right. And, you know, you read in Revelations, the 14th chapter, it tells you the judgment for those that receive the MOTB, man. All right. So, you know, Lord's will, this lesson is edified. 2024 is going to be a big year for the MOTB, man. All right. I want to say, call all Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashima Kakwadash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone, who teach and who also were well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and Abba Baba.